In a distant future, the galaxy was a tapestry of civilizations, each woven with its own history and struggles. Among them, the Veltrax, a race of towering, crystalline beings, had risen to power. Known for their ruthlessness, they had conquered planet after planet, leaving a trail of despair in their wake. Entire worlds were subjugated, their resources drained to fuel the Veltrax war machine. Hope was a luxury few could afford, and even the bravest souls began to surrender to the darkness. On the small, war-torn planet of Aldara, the remnants of its inhabitants clung to survival. Once a vibrant world of lush forests and sparkling oceans, it was now a desolate wasteland, marked by the ruins of ancient cities. The Aldarans, a resilient yet weary people, had fought valiantly against the Veltrax for decades, but their numbers dwindled with each passing day. Food was scarce, and hope was but a faint whisper carried by the wind. Among them was Kayla, a young Aldaran woman whose spirit had not yet been extinguished. With her long, flowing hair and bright green eyes, she embodied the beauty of her once thriving planet. She had watched her friends and family fall to despair, yet she still believed that somewhere, somehow, a change could come. As she scavenged through the remnants of an old marketplace, her heart heavy with loss, she found a faded holoprojector. With trembling hands, she activated it. A flickering image appeared, showing a group of ragged rebels speaking of a prophecy that foretold the arrival of powerful beings who would rise against the Veltrax. They will be unlike any other, the hologram echoed, and their strength will reignite the spark of hope in our hearts. Kayla felt a shiver run down her spine. Could this be true? Days turned into weeks, and the situation on Aldara grew increasingly dire. The Veltrax had begun an all-out assault, determined to crush the last vestiges of resistance. It was during one of these brutal skirmishes that a massive ship, unlike anything seen before, pierced through the atmosphere, casting a long shadow over the battlefield. The Veltrax halted their advance, their crystalline forms momentarily transfixed by the sight above. The ship, a gleaming marvel of engineering, descended with an elegance that defied its size. It landed with a thud that reverberated through the ground, stirring a mixture of fear and curiosity in the hearts of both Aldarans and Veltrax. As the ramp lowered, a figure emerged. Human. Clad in advanced armor that shimmered under the sun, the soldier stepped forward, his presence commanding. He raised his weapon, aimed not at the Aldarans, but at the Veltrax. A moment of stunned silence hung in the air. "Today we end this!" the human shouted, his voice powerful and resolute. With a swift motion, he unleashed a barrage of energy blasts that tore through the ranks of the Veltrax, their crystalline bodies shattering like glass under the onslaught. Kayla watched in awe as more humans poured from the ship, each one skilled and fierce. They moved with a precision that was almost balletic, taking down the enemy forces with unmatched efficiency. The tide of battle shifted in an instant, and the Veltrax, once so sure of their dominance, began to falter. The Aldarans, who had long been relegated to the role of victims, found a spark of courage igniting within them. They picked up their weapons and joined the fray, fighting alongside the humans. Together they formed an alliance, a united front against their common enemy. As the battle raged on, Kayla found herself beside the human commander, who introduced himself as Captain Eli. With determination etched on his face, he coordinated the assault with a blend of tactical brilliance and fierce compassion. "We heard your cries for help," he explained to Kayla amidst the chaos. "We couldn't stand by any longer. Humanity has faced its own struggles, and we will not let another race suffer under tyranny." With newfound vigor, the Aldarans fought harder than they ever had before. They moved as one, human and Aldaran alike, pushing the Veltrax back with each strategic strike. Captain Eli led them with confidence, inspiring the weary fighters to dig deep and find strength they didn't know they had. But just as victory seemed within reach, the Veltrax unleashed a devastating weapon, a colossal energy beam aimed directly at the heart of the Aldaran stronghold. Panic erupted as the ground trembled beneath their feet. Kayla's heart raced as she realized the impending doom. But Captain Eli stood firm, eyes blazing with determination. "Everyone, take cover!" he ordered, sprinting toward the beam's projected path. Without hesitation, he activated a shield generator, a device that shimmered into existence just in time to absorb the energy blast. The ground shook violently, but Eli held the shield steady, his resolve unwavering. The shield flickered, but held firm, absorbing the brunt of the attack. As the dust settled, Kayla rushed to his side, her heart filled with admiration. "You can't do this alone!" she shouted, but Eli simply smiled, his eyes glinting with the fire of hope. "Together we are stronger," he replied, rallying the fighters around him. With renewed energy, the combined forces launched a final assault on the Veltrax stronghold. They fought with a ferocity that surprised even themselves, driven by the belief that they could reclaim their world. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the Veltrax retreated, their once mighty army scattering in defeat. Cheers erupted from the Aldarans and humans alike, echoing through the ruins of Aldara. Hope had returned, ignited by the bravery of the humans who had arrived just in time. As the sun set over the battlefield, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Kayla stood alongside Captain Eli. The destruction around them was a testament to their struggle, but it was also a symbol of their victory. "All hope was lost," she said softly. "But now, it feels like we can rebuild." Eli nodded, a smile breaking through the grime of battle. "This is just the beginning. Together we can create a future where no one lives in fear." In that moment, amid the ruins of their past, the people of Aldara found hope again, not just in their own resilience, but in the bonds formed with those who had come to help. They were no longer alone, they had allies, friends, and a shared purpose. And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, they knew that together they would face whatever challenges lay ahead. For now, humanity had come to save them, and in that union they found the strength to rise once more.